All right. Hey, everybody. We're at Lake of the Woods. I got open water, but good thing is I also got frozen water. And I got frozen water over there. We ain't never going down there, but definitely over there to the right. That's Aspen Point. And so Wednesday, we're going to be out here on Wednesday. And we're going to do some ice fishing at Aspen, hopefully. People are walking out there, but yeah, I think they actually think that's ground underneath them instead of a lake. So, but, you know, we had this huge blizzard that came in on Friday, and it was just, the wind was going nuts. And so it destroyed a lot of the ice that was building up. But now the snow's gone, and now we just have a cold week, which is what we want. Yeah, it is. So yeah, Aspen Point is fishable right now. So we're going to be out there with my new shelter and everything, my new setup on Wednesday. And so that's going to be a lot of fun. Thought about bringing it today, but nah. I'll give it a few more days to get a little thicker. But, you know, this is the lake right now. I mean, there was ice here on Friday. In fact, I punched a hole in it, and it was 4 inches of layered ice. Oh, yeah, you're going to love it. You're going to love it. You are going to love it. And see, let's go on down here. So what ended up happening is that the layered ice, see, the Aspen, it's just solid ice. Nice, clear, solid ice. Layered ice is like a wafer. So it ended up with the waves and everything breaking it up. Then it made it into this. So that's what, and it just pushed it over here. So this is actually just a bunch of layered ice right here. So even though you got open water, believe it or not, if you look over here, see over there, see all that white snow? That's lake. And that actually is thick enough to fish on. So, but yeah, you can see so you can see that break, you know, and everything. That's what ended up happening. It broke up that ice out there, and then it sort of pushed it here, and it'll refreeze. Hey, Connor. And it'll refreeze, but in layers and crunchy. So, but Wednesday we're going to be ice fishing out here. I'm going to have a good old time. But we're going to go right over there at Aspen. That's where we're going to ice fish on Wednesday. But it's a beautiful day up here. Yeah, probably have a little bit more snow, but most of the snow's gone. And hey, Emily, most of the snow's gone, and Rainbow Bay is icing up nicely. So this is Rainbow Bay right here, but down at the end, that's only about 5 feet, so depth. So it really isn't the most preferred area to fish at. We really want to fish over here where it's 10 to 15 feet deep. And looks like we got good solid ice, and it's clear. So so tomorrow what I'll do in the garage is get everything ready. I already got the battery charged. Get everything ready and bring it out on Wednesday and set up my new shelter out here. And it is really very, very pretty out here. Snowmobiling is ramped up right now, so a lot of snowmobilers up here. And let's get in here and sit down. This is our little semi-enclosed patio. Oh, way too long. Semi-enclosed patio. for our marina. So, yeah, it's gonna be really nice. So it's beautiful out here. I wanted you guys to see what the lake is like right now. I mean, really, it was that Friday storm that really disrupted it. I mean, it was 50-mile-an-hour winds up here. Crazy windy. In fact, the snow wasn't even falling on the ground. It was just hitting trees. Yeah, you gotta come out and fish with me, Connor. I'm thinking about, with the ice fishing festival coming up, you guys will see that video promoting it, and team up with an NPO, which is a nonprofit organization, and because to be honest, I think we're going to have about 500 people out here. Let's see, put you guys. This thing's not really doing this very good.
On the books there. On the
There
man.
we go, I guess. And so to benefit a local NPO, and then they'll have people that will come and help out too. Because to be honest, if we get 400 or 500 people, I'm going to have a hard time with logistics. I'm going to need some extra help. So I do have a call out for anybody who wants to help out locally, with the Ice Fishing Festival, both February 18th and 19th, to contact me either via email, which you'll find below, or on Facebook or with a private message. And so we'll get that all set up. And this month, my job this month is to compartmentalize everything and and everybody's got their responsibilities. And then next month we'll be promoting it within local businesses. And then in February, the beginning of February, we're going to send out PSAs or public service announcements to all of the medias in the three areas, which is Medford, Ashland, and Klamath Falls. And then for our kite festival, which is the weekend prior, everybody will get a flyer about the ice fishing festival, which would be the following weekend. So with all that stuff going on, where I really expect, I expect 400 or 500 people. That's a lot of people. And for 400 or 500 people out on the lake, it's going to require a lot of volunteers to help me out, because I can't do that. So with ODFW, they'll get us about 35 people. And then if I could get somebody like Ducks Unlimited, they got a lot of generous volunteers, and get them out here if indeed I can get everybody on the same page on that. But an NPO of some kind that has support like that could come out and really help out. And if we get about 70 people, out on the ice helping 500 people, that I think I will be happy with that. And that will be that's really my goal, is to make sure that everybody that comes out has a really good time, that they don't feel like we throw them out on the ice and they don't know what to do. So the Ice Fishing Festival is to teach ice fishing, but get them results too. Have them catch some fish. Then we're going to teach them how to clean it and cook it for out on the ice. I will have a 10 by 20 foot tent out there, a kitchen. And that kitchen is going to have volunteers in it too, to clean and cook people's fish for them, so they can see it from beginning to end, a true catch and cook day. Then the following day, which will be the Sunday, the 19th, we're going to have an all-out derby on that day. So it's quite a venture. It is the first of its kind. So there will be hiccups. And there'll be things that I will learn as we go. And we'll do sort of a post-event analysis, which you always do. You get everybody together. Okay, what problems did you come up with? How do we fix that? Things like that. Um, all those things. After an event, you dissect it. So the next year, you could take all that information and put it together and do a better event. So it's not just all the stuff that we're putting together now, which, there are multiple arms on this. And, I want to make sure that, I coordinate it and as well as I can and learn. We're going to learn a lot after this event. So, but it's going to be really nice. In February, it's a free event and we're not charging for it. And the Derby will be free. And it'll just be, I need to get prizes. So, I'll make some of my baits and we'll get some baits and some other stuff. But when I do, I'll be traveling, to different cities and areas and try to get sponsored, to get people, local stores to sponsor it. And we could give them sort of a little blurb on the flyer, maybe. I don't know. It was something so they can get credit. So they don't just give us something. And we want them to have some kind of return on investment, So a little good word of mouth, things like that. But I don't want them to give me like, $5 worth of baits and they get the same, space on a flyer that somebody that would give me $1,000 worth of equipment or something like that. We want to be able to, promote them proportionately. So the flyer I've already made, but there's lots of room on the flyer to add, sponsors. And so in this next month, I'll be reaching out for sponsorships on this. And by doing that, when we hand out these little flyers on Kite Festival weekend to thousands of people that come up here, thousands. This place is just rocking on Kite Festival weekend. They will get some visibility and some visibility and advertisement on our flyers. So it's very much what we do on our car festival, our car show. Although we put their names on t-shirts. So, phone's ringing. Potential spam. We don't answer potential spam. So, all this stuff, I've got it on a spreadsheet initially, and as I meet with the different arms of the event, they know that they can do a certain amount of things, and it's just a matter of having, let's say the facilities, all the chairs and the tents and things like that out there. So Lake of the Woods is supplying all of that along. And ODFW, the professionals, all the biologists, they'll be manning those learning stations, as well as some of the fishermen. I need people to go out there and help people fish and to be safe about it. I got to round up, also our cookers, our people. I think we've had a certain group do that in the past, so hopefully they're available for that weekend. But all that stuff is, this is, you put on an event for who knows how many. It's gonna be busy. It's gonna be busy. Also, they're going to be making baits. So I've already found some really nice unpainted ice fishing jigs. And basically what we're going to do is have a tent set up for making baits. They'll be using Sharpie permanent markers to color the baits without our fluorescent and glow in the dark. And so now they can just go ahead and just color these, put a little bit of worm on it and drop them. They color it and they catch fish with those lures. So should be really, really good. See, we can't paint them, but we can actually use permanent markers and it'll work just fine for several days of them using that bait. And using glow in the dark and fluorescent colors will really make them stand out underneath the ice. So that's going to be really fun for everybody too. I mean, you guys know I make baits. So catching something on something you make is just satisfying, like nothing else. That is just going to be a lot of fun for everybody to make a bait and catch a fish on it and then eat the fish. I mean, that's an event. Yeah, that is an event. So we're going to also create like stamp cards, a green card and a red card. Now, the red card mean they don't want their picture taken for the event, but if they have a green card, we can freely take their picture and use it on our YouTube or our Facebook or whatever. Also, these cards will have certain, they'll be stamped. And after so many stamps, each stamp is a learning station. We'll have 7 of them. And if they get, 3 or 4 stamps on them, then they will be entered into a drawing for something. And that would be really fun. Or also to borrow equipment and be fishing with our equipment, although they get to give it back, hopefully. But that would be, that's also something too we want to do. So, there's a lot of arms on this thing. When you think about it, we've got 2 different color stamp cards, we got learning stations, we got punches, we got food, we got drinks, we got, a lot of holes we got to put in the ice. And it's going to be, if I think about it too much, it'll freak me out. I don't want to freak out. So, but I learned a long time ago, you can't do everything. You just got to have a lot of capable people do pieces of it, and then you put the pieces together. And I've got some great capable people that are doing this event. And, I just have to make sure that the pieces fit together. And in the end, there'll be some gaps. So don't get all mad at me if you come and say, oh, I didn't get a bait. Well, we're estimating so many, so not everybody's going to be making a bait. But for those that want to make a bait, I'll have as many, I'll have hundreds of them. But what can you do? What can you do? It's our first annual ice fishing festival. And so there's so much that we're going to learn on this one. Our car show, it was our best car show ever this year. We ran out of shirts for the participants. We never had that many. We had 135 cars. That's a lot of classic cars. We never had that many. We doubled what our normal is. So, that's what we're going to have to figure out. So if we get 500 or 400 or 300 or 200, then we have to sort of plan for a much larger crowd next year. It promoted, maybe the same or modified. I think the PSAs will be really, really good. And then, of course, getting them into the Kite Festival to everybody's cars. And getting everybody aware that we're going to have a festival the next weekend. But I'm actually getting pretty excited about it. I'm getting very excited about it. And it's, I really think an NPO is important. I think it's vital. So it's not just Lake of the Woods Resort and ODFW, Oregon Department of Fish and Wildlife. I talked to the president of the Ducks Unlimited chapter here. This is a huge hunting area. And Ducks Unlimited would be a good NPO to team up with, and they've got a lot of members that are willing to help us during this event. I know we're not hunting ducks, but nonetheless, one thing about hunting organizations and fishing organizations is that we're very environmentally conscious of things. Usually, a person who utilizes the outdoors for hunting or fishing or whatever, they take care of it. I mean, they pack in, they pack off, everything. Recreational things, those are the people that many times, some of us are very responsible recreationalists, but they'll leave fishing line on the shore, beer cans or this. I mean, it's just very frustrating to see recreational people take the outdoor environment and sully it. So Ducks Unlimited is a possibility. We'll see. But I like the fact that they are an outdoor, environmental group, and they're local, and they do a lot of local stuff here in Klamath Falls. So I would like to do something like that. But and then they have a membership that loves to help people, locally. So, but that is, I'm just out here on, my son's working, so I drive him up to work here on Mondays. Normally I'm fishing, but I wasn't sure how thick the ice was. I didn't pack anything today to do any fishing up here. But when I'll come up on Wednesday, and we'll bring the sled and everything and get out on the ice. I'm sure it's about 4 or 5 inches under there now, and I think we'll be just fine over there. Catch some fish on Wednesday. Use my new shelter, my new setup. It's gonna be so cool. It'll be so cool. What else is going on? I don't know. But that's keeping me pretty busy. That. So it's is anybody saying anything? You guys probably aren't saying anything. Do I have anybody? I ain't got nobody on. I had some people on. Don't forget to hit like. Hit like. I don't know what that does, but evidently it does something. I'm wearing my new, this is my Pissy Fun flotation technology jacket. I took the inner one out because it's just so hot. But this thing's got tons of pockets. It's even got a whistle. Look at this. It's got a whistle that's attached to the inside breast pocket. So really nice. So if I fall down and I can't get out, I can holler people and I won't sink. So that's pretty cool too. So I got a whistle. Oh, that reminds me, I have to buy some spikes today. We saw spikes, and those go on these D-rings right here. So this way I can pull myself out of the ice if I fall in on Wednesday. But I always bring a dry bag with clothes, because one thing is getting out, but then you got to get out of your clothes and get into something dry. So we're going to do that in here. I'll get that in a few minutes. So, but anyway, it's a beautiful day here at Lake of the Woods. Got some ominous clouds out there, but I don't think they're going to fly by. I think the lake is still. It's starting to refreeze, so I got some ice floats out there. So it's starting to recrystallize. The lake's 33, 32 degrees. So it's starting to recrystallize. And as long as we don't get a lot of wind and turbulence over the next 4 days, which happens a lot, it's really good. That way, if we can keep it like this, the entire lake will freeze by weekend, at least to some thickness. That I can pretty much tell that'll happen if it stays just like this. But the ice over at Aspen, like I told you, it's clear, it's solid block. That's why it lasted. It survived the storm on Friday, where this didn't. I mean, I punched through a couple places here on Friday, and it looked, I mean, it was thick, but it was like crusty, layers. That's why when the waves came in, it just broke one layer, then another layer, and then another, and then it ended up pushing everything into the Rainbow Bay here. But Aspen, that's looking really good. So we'll be fishing out on the ice Wednesday. So you guys got to join me on Wednesday, and we'll be fishing. We'll be doing some ice fishing on Aspen on Wednesday. And as we get closer and closer to next month and into February. February's going to freak me out. February will freak me out because that's the finish line, to the 18th and 19th, and we're going to that'll freak me out. That's okay. We'll have everything in place. If everybody does their jobs, no worries, right? Hakuna Matata. Hakuna Matata, no worries. Everybody does their job, and I think everybody will, because everybody's really good. The people I've got, are just fantastic. So I don't think I'm worried about, them dropping the ball. I'm always worried about me dropping the ball. So, here comes Jade.
Yep, here's Jade.
Here's
What are you
Jade.
doing?
YouTube live.
We
YouTube.
It's because you have to hang out with these guys, isn't it?
Yeah, well, I'm talking to these guys.
Smart. They're much more exciting.
Going over my plans for the ice festival.
I know. I just had somebody come up and rent 4 cabins because you were talking to them about the.
Oh, that was the yeah.
Yeah, the wedding group.
Yeah, they're. I got the president of Ducks Unlimited talking to him, and so they have a huge volunteer system. So if we can, partner up with them, get their people out there too, they can promote Ducks Unlimited, but at the same time, they're helping us with the ice festival. So
you have everyone doing that. Like people that do all of the fishing stuff.
Exactly. No, I just need a lot of volunteers.
I know. Well, we have to make sure everyone's working that weekend too.
Yeah. No, it's going to be busy. Well, we're going to be swamped the weekend prior because it's Kite Festival, and then that weekend, back-to-back weekends. But
the thing about the Kite Festival is we're not out there. Marina isn't out there. That's all other stuff. We just have to make sure we have 2 people in the marina,
right?
So that we can do ice rentals and stuff.
Right.
But then again, most people aren't going to be out there fishing because
they should.
They've got
kites. I would be.
I know you.
I would be.
I'm surprised you're not out there trying to fish right now.
Actually, Wednesday, Aspen's frozen, thickened up. So Aspen's fishable right now.
Do not go to Aspen.
Why?
Dad, no.
I'm doing it Wednesday.
No.
What's wrong? It's thick. People are walking out there. Did you go look out there?
You are.
Did you look out there?
There's not. You are going to be safe this year. We're not fishing at the lake again.
And this. I got this and this.
I don't work Wednesday.
Oh.
I could still get a hold of people.
Yeah.
But still.
That's why you're there. But yeah, Aspen's. I'm gonna come out on Wednesday and fish Aspen.
You better be safe. I'll beat you.
I will. I always am. I've got a big stick and I'm doing this and stuff and poking. I won't go out there if it's not safe.
Better not.
I won't. But it looks good. You look at it.
How far out is it frozen?
It's coast to coast.
Oh. I don't pay attention. Maybe I should actually.
Yeah, if you look just to the right of the lodge.
Yeah.
Just there, and
Can
then
you see it from the lodge?
Oh yeah, the whole Aspen
Downstairs?
Bay is frozen, all the way to the green gazebo practically.
See it from downstairs?
Oh yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, it's all frozen. It looks good. People are out there walking. I'm thinking, do they know that that's water under them? Because it looks like shore.
I know. I'm getting worried people are going to start trying to walk on this, and I don't know how thick it is. But
Well, I'm not.
Right
this
here
is all
is
crusty
not,
and broken.
Exactly.
So I mean, this
I
is
feel like it won't be too bad.
Yeah, no, that all the way over, but that's
Rainbow?
shallow, so that's lousy fishing over there.
Well,
I really want to
fishing.
go
I'm
fishing
just,
over here.
people stress me out because they're
Yeah, no,
like,
people
"Oh."
walk out there and fall through.
Exactly.
But do we have our thing that we throw out to pull people out? Our ice rescue thing? We should have that out.
What ice rescue?
We have a little package for ice rescue.
Oh, I know what you're talking
Yeah,
about.
it's just a little
I think
package.
I want to say it's in the kiosk.
It probably is.
I'm not sure. I'll pull it out.
But we need to pull it out because people are going to start coming here and fishing, and we could toss that out and pull them out of the water.
I don't want to go out there. It's cold.
Yeah,
Don't fall in though.
I won't. Not much.
Have fun.
Everybody's so worried, right? We don't want me to die. Not yet. Random, hey buddy. So, but anyway, that's I know that's not for ice fishing, but that's the middle of the lake. So, all the way to the northern part of the lake is frozen. So the northern part is fishable. And probably over here at Rainbow Bay. But the problem with Rainbow Bay is only 4 feet deep. You're not going to catch a lot of stuff over there, guys. So don't be fishing over there. Go over to Aspen and always, I forgot that thing that you use to punch the ice. I use a piece of rebar, but yeah, I just punch the ice in front of you. 2 or 3 big punches. If it breaks through, do not walk on it. But if it doesn't break through, I cut a hole, I punch a hole, and I measure the thickness, all right? Then if it's thick enough, 5 inches or more, for me, 4 inches is safe, but 5 inches or more, then I will go another 10 feet as I'm punching the ice, all right? And then I'll punch the ice again. If I don't break through, I'll punch another hole. So basically there's a bunch of holes on the trail out to where I'm going to be. And you gotta be safe. Have your ice picks with you, have your whistle, wear something that will float you, either a PFD or these jackets and bibs that have flotation technology. The bibs are a great thing because it gets your hind legs up and you're not sinking. So it's less effort to pull yourself out of the water. Always get a dry bag too. A dry bag will hold all your fresh clothes in it. And, with, jeans and shirt and sweater and things like that. Just anything, because when you're using it, you're frozen, all right? You're freezing. Bring a towel, bring all that stuff, and then get out of everything that you have on, and then put all new dry clothes on. Real important. You guys know I almost died of hypothermia in April. And as soon as I hit that cold water, I can't breathe. So, for me to get myself out is going to take every ounce of energy I got. And you guys got to be, sensible. Everything I do, from my emergency distress beacon on my watch to the stuff I'm wearing to the safety gear that I have, everything as much as I can to be safe, as well as cautious when I'm going out there. I will not go out there and fish if I'm breaking through the ice, with my rod. So you got to be safe, guys. Got to be safe. New ice is always dangerous, always. Whether you think it is or not, new ice is always dangerous because you're going to come across 12 inches of ice, you can come across 2 inches of ice, et cetera, et cetera. And all you need is one leg to fall through the ice to break your leg. So you don't even have to have your whole body in the ice. If one leg falls through the ice, you can break your leg. And I've broken my legs twice, each. So there's no fun in breaking a leg. So always have, put your phone in a waterproof case, always, and have that near you, on your person. And then if you got a Garmin watch or something that will send out an emergency signal, do that. All that stuff. You're going to see me on Wednesday come out here. And And we're going to fish Aspen, hopefully, if it's safe. If it's not safe, we won't fish Aspen. So I'll be bummed. But yeah, it's what we're going to have to do. So, but but the way the lake looks right now, it's recrystallizing, and we've got some good ice floats out there again. So we just need it to stay this way for the whole lake to crystallize. The deep area is colder, so should do really well. Well, it's freezing over right now, Bodie. It's freezing over right now. We've got one large bay that is fishable, which is the Aspen Bay, which is the northern portion of the lake. It's fishable. But I got a ton of wide open water here. So if you go down, if you actually go, if you know, Wednesday I'll be punching holes over there, and I'll be my shot is from the Aspen Bay, which is next to the boat ramp, walking from the point on out, Aspen Point on out. That looks really, really good. And as I walk out there, I'll be walking out there. My goal is to get about 100 yards from, sort of split the difference between one shore and the next. And if I could do that safely, it looks like it's doable. People are out there walking, but I think they think that's shoreline. I don't think they know this lake, that's actually water and lake they're walking on, because it looks like shoreline with the snow on it. Problem with snow on ice is that it insulates the ice. It doesn't allow it to freeze as fast as it would if there was no snow on it. So that's a really good thing right now. The way the lake is nice and still right now, it's going to crystallize. We're not going to get snow for a week, and it'll just crystallize and get thicker and thicker, which is really nice. 5 to 8 inches. Oh, awesome. That's fishable. So, yeah, well, we had this big storm on Friday. With 50-mile-an-hour winds here, and it just threw up the lake. It just agitated it. So Aspen is clear, thick ice. It's just clean ice. But the open area had layered ice, and it just broke it up, and it just destroyed it. It was really bad Friday night here. It was weird because Friday I was out here punching holes, and now it's all open water. So it can change that, and that's why you got to be safe. That's why you got to be safe. Understand that layered ice is more dangerous than solid ice. So the type of ice is really important. And Tua Reservoir has a minimum of 4 inches. Oh, nice. See, we got some nice lakes. And I hear that Diamond Lake is doing really well, too. I haven't seen anybody post any measurements on Diamond, but Diamond Lake is doing really, really well. And I wouldn't mind going up to Diamond and doing some fishing up there. I've never fished Diamond Lake, and I want to do that. I want to fish Diamond Lake. So they got big old trout. Got a brand new ice fishing reel coming in today. So that's exciting. It's an inline reel with a 3.2 ratio. Really nice. So I'm very excited about getting this new reel for my new rod. Just got to get it out there, right? Safely. But you guys know I have to fish around population because of my health. It's really bad. So everybody here knows who I am, where I am, things like that, and they keep an eye on me. In fact, my watch alerts this resort because this is where I fish. So we'll just be safe, right? What we'll do. Manaway. Well, it looks like Mantua. It looks like Mantua. Mantua. Manaway. So, but anyway, we're doing good today. We're doing good today. Haven't been to Diamond Lake yet either. I need to go. Lake of the Woods is freezing. Aspen, frozen. The rest of the lake, wide open. Rainbow Bay is freezing, but really nobody fishes Rainbow Bay in it. So, hey, Rich, Leo, I'll be at Aspen on Wednesday, which is the northern portion of the lake. It's safe to walk on. It's 5 inches from what we've seen so far. So as I go out there and punch more holes farther out into the lake, of course I'll post it. I mean, if you go to the Oregon Ice Fishing group on Facebook, let's see if I can get this. There you go. The Oregon Ice Fishing group on Facebook, and I always post updates on Lake of the Woods there, as well as on my Facebook page, which I think is down below too. I think I have it down there below. So, but yeah, we're all trying to get out on the ice right now. We're all trying to get out here, and we just want to do it. I mean, if we're the first ones on the ice, good, as long as it's safe. But if it's not safe, don't encourage it. Especially for the people who aren't cautious. I mean, I'm watching people out on that ice today, and they're just walking out there. Thanks, Rich. It's good to see you guys too. Really good. But you guys know, even though, I've had my issues, I've always been safe. I mean, my kayak was safe until it broke. And stuff like that. So it's just, things like that happen. But that's why you wear PFDs and flotation and whistles and stuff like that, in order to make sure everybody, that you can be rescued and retrieved. But I know. I started therapy a week ago. I've gone through 2 sessions. That's not going to do anything. But my therapy is started. I found a therapist, and so hopefully we can get me through this and get me thinking clearly, and be okay. Give it a few months. We'll see. But if not, I'll change therapists. Find a different one. And you're only as good as your medicine, right? But I'm excited about this. The ice fishing festival is going to be really fun. Thanks, Rich. You got to give my love to the kids too, Leo and Lucy and your wife and stuff. So you got to give my love to them. They're fantastic. I do watch the videos with him teaching his cousins and stuff like that. So Leo's a trooper, just a great kid. So thanks. But anyway, I'm going to start ice fishing season here pretty soon, guys. And it's going to be really, I mean, the mountains are beautiful. The trees are gorgeous. Snow everywhere. It's just a really, really, really beautiful place. I cannot wait to put my shelter up. And get the first line in the water. That's going to be a lot of fun. So it's going to be a lot of fun out there. And then, I gotta keep everything, after like I said, this month it's, assignments. Next month's execution. Then February is promotion. And it's just going to be crazy in February. Really crazy. If what I think is going to happen will be on radio, TV, and newspapers, or online. I don't know if they even make newspapers anymore practically, but and then we'll have flyers up in stores in 3 cities at least, and And as I get sponsors, for the event, we'll put them onto the flyers as we get sponsors. So, but that's and I'm gonna have to recreate a new flyer to give me more sponsor, space, something smaller too. That when we hand it out during the kite festival, that it won't be an 8.5 by 11 sheet. It'll be half that, and but it'll be front and back, I think. So we'll print front and back. That sounds like somebody's shoveling snow. But anyway, it's been really nice. I mean, up here, except for last weekend. I mean, Friday and Saturday was just a blizzard here. Literally a blizzard. I mean, all the trees had snow on one side. I mean, that's just, it was going all horizontal. It was so bad. Very dangerous driving. And I'm a white knuckle driver in these conditions, boy. 4-wheel drive and safe, and ain't messing around. Because people are sliding off the road all the time. And we always stop and check on them and make sure they're okay and stuff. And one guy hit a tree and downed the tree and ruined his truck, but he was safe. And then he had that AAA coming. Well, that's kind of cool, having snow, in Britain. Yeah. No, ours sticking around. It's all sticking around. We've had a couple feet up here, about 2.5 feet up here this last few days. So it's been pretty full. It's been 4 inches last night. Random. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, well, last weekend, the last 5 days has been crazy, hasn't it? We've had a lot of snow up here. Yeah, you got to go slow with chains on. I tell my son, in order to drive in snow, you got to know your ability, your drivetrain's ability, your tires' ability, and then adjust to those 3 variables. Your driving. So I mean, my truck's got snow rated tires on it, so I'm fine. And then my 4-wheel drive, I mean, it's a full size pickup, so it's just fine. But I still can lose traction. Was it Saturday? We were coming down from the mountain, and it was snowing up here. But when we got down into the basin, which is where Klamath Falls was, it was raining. So what ended up happening is that rain was hitting all the snow, and just literally you're driving on slush. And it's easy to hydroplane on slush. So I had to really, torque it down and go much slower when I was out of the snow and into the slush. Big difference in driving speed. So even with a full-size pickup. Oh yeah, I love driving sideways. Oh yeah, driving in snow is one of my favorite things to do. I mean, I love driving. Sometimes I'll stick my truck into 2-wheel drive just to drift. It's so much fun. Anybody in the car kind of freaks out. But okay, I can handle it. As long as I'm the one causing the drift, it's okay. So, but let's see, this thing, it's only 2 o'clock here. My goodness. 10 o'clock over at your place there, Rich. So, all right, I'm going to let you guys go. Give you an update here at Lake of the Woods, Oregon. And you'll probably see me again tonight, do a short video on this new reel that I have arriving today. I'm very excited about that. And then tomorrow, I'll be getting everything put together to go fishing on Wednesday up here, and I'll be trudging half-mile up and across the lake if indeed it's safe. If not, I got some exercise, right? That's important. So I'll bring my oxygen because I'll probably need it. One thing about cold weather and altitude really affects your lungs. So anyway, you guys take care, Rich. Give my love to Leo, Lucy, and Christy, and you guys all take care. And we'll see you guys on more broadcasts this week. And then definitely look for my live on Wednesday. And we'll get out there and see and test that ice. We'll see. I'm sure there's probably at least a foot of ice in certain portions of Aspen right now. So, because it just freezes so well up at that part of the lake. So I think we're going to get some nice thick ice up there. So anyway, you guys take care, Random. We'll see you. And we'll, how do I make, oh, there it is. A little X marks the spot.